What's up? Hey, it's Marcus again, and this time I think I'm a little bit too far. There you go. I'm gonna punch in a little bit closer here. Swing this down a little bit. Okay, without editing it. All right, I am here to answer a shipmate's. He's got a few questions about Naval Air Station Whidbey Island. If you hear a hum on the background, that's because my heater blower is probably about to come on. So don't be alarmed. All right, there's nothing going on inside your house. But anyway, so I every time I receive a question from a service member, and it's not just going to be one question that I got to answer in 4 to 5 sentences. It's going to be a battery of questions, and I prefer to create a video just like this to kind of not just introduce myself, but also to explain to folks, have a quick discussion so that they're able to jot down whatever they want to ask me and fill me in on their current situation. So, service member A, PCSing to Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, asking a few questions about what it's like to live there, travel time, outdoor activities, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so to further help ourselves here, I'm not one of those fancy YouTubers that would be able to pin and picture to picture a particular screen or shot like that. So what I want you to do is Google Map right now. Well, if you don't get a chance, do it later. Google Map Naval Whidbey Island, okay? And once you're done doing so, you will notice, kind of orient yourself from the north to the south. Naval Air Station Whidbey Island is located in the town of Oak Harbor, which is located on the north side of Whidbey. It kind of goes like that, all right? Kind of long turn, with lack of a better way to describe it. And then you come down to central Whidbey, which would be Coopville. And then you further progress down, which would come down to Greenbank, Langley, Freeland, and Clinton. Now, this island is connected to 3 different means of transportation. 2 via ferry, 1 through Coopville on the central part, which will take you west towards Port Townsend, towards the Kitsap County, which houses 3, if you count the Naval Magazine, 4 of our naval installations, including Bremerton and Bangor. The south side is also connected via a ferry terminal from Clinton, which takes you to the other side, which is my neck of the neighborhood, east side of the Puget Sound, which would be Mukilteo, Everett. The north side is literally connected to Island County. Well, Anacortes Fidalgo Island is also a part of Whidbey Island, which is Island County, which is connected to mainland America, which is another county, which we call Skagit County, via the Deception Pass Bridge. I'm telling you, you have not seen a bridge with such an outstanding view as this one. It's barely half a mile long, but it is so gorgeous from how you would see it. I come down that bridge for the last 2 years every day, for every day when I was stationed in Whidbey, and you cannot help yourself but you just gotta look on the northern side of the bridge. It is gorgeous. Anyway, okay, so one way is from the northern side through Deception Pass. Another one is through a ferry that takes you to another county, which would be the Olympic Peninsula in Kitsap County, right? And the south side would take you down to Clinton, which would connect you to Snohomish County, which is where Mukilteo and Everett is at. And another 30 miles down would be Seattle. That's the quickest way to get to Seattle. So, where are the places to actually live at? Where do our service members normally, find themselves living? Traditionally, you'll find a place in Oak Harbor. Right now, there are 55 homes, properties for sale in the Oak Harbor area. Again, if you Google Map it, that will take you down all the way to the middle part, which would take you to, I already forgot the name of the street. Oh my God, fill me in here. Penn Cove Boulevard, all the way down before you get to Coopville. That westerly turn before you get to Coopville, all right? And in Coopville, next down, where you'll find other sailors be living, properties, as of last check, there are 18 properties in the market. Greenbank, there are 8. Freeland, there are 9. Langley, there are 10. How do I know? It's 8, 9, and 10. And down in Clinton, there are 35. Now, the further south you go, the bigger the properties become and the more expensive they become. That's why the central hub of homes that are being inhabited by U.S. Navy service members is Oak Harbor. Retired, active duty, veterans, DOD personnel, we all conglomerate in Oak Harbor. Okay? Now, there are 3 places in Oak Harbor you may be stationed at. The Seaplane Base, which is on the south side, west central side, but south side of the city, the town. Alt Field, where all the squadrons are at, which is on the north side of Oak Harbor. And down south, past Coopville, which is the outlying field. Okay? But if you're going to be in one of those P8 squadrons, you're just going to be in Oak Harbor, in Alt Field. Okay? Now, what are your other options? If it's by distance, the further south you go, it's going to take you at least 45 minutes to get to the southern ferry tip. So that's about an hour drive from the northern side of the air station all the way to the southern tip of the island. Now, an hour, that's a lot. But you may not want to go traverse all the way down there. Excuse me, I just drank a soda, so I just burped. I'm sorry. So if you drive north, cross the bridge, get to the continental side of the U.S., that's about a 30-minute drive. Guess what? Burlington, Washington, Mount Vernon, Washington, there are bigger plots of land, bigger properties, and cheaper value. Again, that's if you want to move out of the Oak Harbor facility, out of the Oak Harbor services, and go to another county. Another 30 minutes just to get off the island, up north, all right? And of course, that's the I-5 corridor that would take you all the way up to Bellingham, and actually all across to Canada. You got another hour and 15 minutes to spare from Mount Vernon, Washington, all the way north. You already go to Vancouver, Canada. And that's another, another hour 15 down to Seattle. You're kind of situated in between, including traffic, right? Another question is the outdoors. You know what? Prior getting stationed in Naval Station Everett, I told myself and my family that we were going to retire to San Diego. I'm Filipino, man. Every Filipino wants to go to San Diego, right? West Coast, whatever. Okay? Till I got stationed in Naval Station Everett. I still was not convinced. I said, we're going to still come back to San Diego. Then after my tour in Whidbey, I went back to recruiting duty in the Central Valley in California, then went to a ship in Japan. Then after that was my last tour back in Whidbey. So I picked Whidbey because I'm going to retire here in Whidbey. Not in Whidbey, Washington. And everybody asks me now, well, Marcus, why don't you retire in Oak Harbor? Well, everybody's got a reason. I'm on the other side of the sound. That's kind of close to everything here. From Seattle all the way to the mountains, all the way to the water, and everything. 8 miles away is Jim Creek Naval Reservation. A campground wonderland, 55,000 acres, just for us service members and our family. So check those out, okay? If you are in love with the outdoors, outdoor sports, outdoor activities, anything outdoors, fishing, hunting, camping, sailing, oh my gosh, kayaking, trail hiking, you just want to picture waterfalls. Oh my God, this is the place. It's currently, what is it now? Mid-February, and it is currently in the high 40s. But you can see snow-capped mountains in the Olympic Peninsula. On my front yard and my backyard is the Cascades. 9,000 foot level snow-capped mountains. Every 3 years we get snow down here in sea level, and that's as much as we get. So, if you are thinking, if you have any questions, issues, concerns about the Northwest, I am here to help. Look, I'm creating this video just for one personnel, and I do this every time for all you guys. Why? Because it is the least I can do for active duty service members. Send me a note, a comment, and a question. Feel free. I am here. To our men and women out there, our sons and daughters and brothers, sisters that are currently deployed, there are people out here that appreciate what you do, including this sailor. For if not for what you do, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. Enjoy the evening. Post.